Hey guys, welcome to There's a Plan for That. I'm Mrs. Jobson, and today we are going to learn how to multiply our bigger numbers, those would be numbers 6 through 10, using just our fingers. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I had the biggest struggle with my eights. I don't know why it was the eights, but for the life of me, I could not remember my eights facts. I wish that there was someone around to show me this trick when I was a student because it is going to blow your minds. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in. All you're going to need is your fingers, pencil, and a piece of paper. So the very first thing we have to do is give our fingers numbers. Now it's important that we're able to look at the flat outside parts of our hands for this to work. We're not looking at the palms of our hands, that's going to mess it up. So flat sides out or facing us, we're going to start down at our pinkies. Our pinkies start as number 6. So pinkies on both hands, these are 6s. Then we have our ring fingers, these are 7s. Next we have the middle fingers, these ones are 8s. Our pointer fingers, these represent 9. And our thumbs are number 10. We're going to take a 7 on our left hand, that's 6, 7, this is a 7. And we're going to line it up with a 9 on our right hand, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 7 and the 9, they're going to touch, just like this. Now go ahead and take a second to line your fingers up just like mine. So 7 on the left, 9 on the right. All right, perfect. Now for step 3, we are going to count all of our numbers, including the 2 touching together and below. We're not going to worry about the fingers up top. So when we count our numbers, we're actually going to count them by tens. So this would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now let's go ahead and take our pencil and paper and go ahead and write that 60 down. I'm going to give you a second to get that written down. You're going to write 60 down right there on your paper just so that we don't forget it. Next, we're going to focus in on those numbers that were above our connecting fingers. So on our left hand, we have 1, 2, 3 fingers. So that's going to represent the factor 3. On our right hand, we just have 1 left. So that represents the factor 1. Now factors, those are the 2 numbers, the 2 small numbers that make up a multiplication equation. So we're going to write those down on our papers as well. So what we write on the paper is going to say 3 times 1. Now we need to go ahead and solve it. 3 times 1 equals, you got it, 3. Any number times 1 equals itself. All right, all we have left is to take our first number from the tens when we counted by tens, and our second number we got, our product or answer to our multiplication equation, and we're going to add those 2 together. So our first number was 60, and our second number was 3. 60 plus 3 equals 63. And that right there, that's your answer. 7 times 9 equals 63. You guys did such a fantastic job with that first problem. We're going to practice another one, but this time I'm going to use my paper hands because it'll make it a little bit easier for you guys to see what I'm writing. So the equation that we're solving this time is 8 times 10. 8 times 10. So the very first thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and number our fingers. Remember we have 6 for the pinky, 7 for the ring finger, 8 for the middle finger, 9 is our pointer finger, and our thumb is lucky number 10. Same thing on the other side. Next thing we want to do is we're going to go ahead and line up our numbers. So we've got our first number is 8, so we're going to use number 8, and our second number is 10. So we're going to line 8 up with 10. So our hand should look like this right here. Alright, now that we have our hands set up, remember we're going to count from our 2 connecting fingers and down, and we're going to count using our tens. So let's count with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So we're going to write that number down just so that we don't forget it. Remember, we're going to use that again later. The next thing we want to do is we want to look at just the numbers above our connected fingers. On our left hand, we have 2 numbers. So our first factor is 2. Now on our right hand, we don't have any numbers. So we would represent nothing with the number 0, because 0 is a placeholder. So we have 2 times 0 equals, if you said 0, you're exactly right, because we know that any number times 0 equals 0. Our last step is to take our 2 answers and add them together. So we have 80 plus 0 equals 80. All right, great job. We're going to close out with one more practice problem. This time we're going to solve the equation 9 times 9. So we have our fingers all labeled. We're going to connect our 9 with our 9. We're going to look at all of our connecting fingers and down, and we're going to count them as tens. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. We're going to write that number down. We definitely don't want to forget it. Then we go back and we look at just our fingers left above the connecting fingers. In this case, our left hand has 1 as the first factor, and our right hand just has 1. Any number multiplied by 1 is the same, equals itself. So 1 times 1 equals 1. Our last step, we're going to take our 80, we're going to take our 1, and we're going to combine them together using addition. So 80 plus 1 equals, drum roll please, 81. You all did a fantastic job today. You deserve a big round of applause. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, please feel free to click that little thumbs up button right down at the bottom. You can also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below so I can respond back to them. Sorry, my baby's right beside me and she's definitely wanting some attention. If I have any adults tuning in, please feel free to check the description for some related content. I have another video made that goes into a little bit more detail about this, as well as some resources that can be used to help launch it. Thanks again, and please tune in next time for our next video. Have a great day. Bye.